Hey, what's up, guys? This is Justice, and this is Tydrill and Kaizen2215, and today we're going to be showing you how to be a good sword fighter on Sword Fights in the Heights 4. And real quick, we're not saying we're good sword fighters. We're not saying we're the best in Roblox. This is just our techniques and the techniques I've seen over the 4 years of my experiences on Roblox. So hope you guys like the video, and you guys can get the Blade Master badge after this. So first, we're going to start off with the swords. There are 8 swords total, and Bryce is smiling. There's the normal sword, there's the ice dagger, there's the ghost walker, which is right there, and then there's the wind force, then there's firebrand, venom shank, dark heart, and the Lumina. So what we're gonna cover first, we're gonna cover all the swords, and we're gonna cover all of the hotkeys, which are down here if you want to use the number tab up at the top of the keyboard, and then we're going to cover other techniques, and then we're going to just cover all the tools first. So let's get started. The first sword is the Link sword, or the normal sword, and this sword is just the first sword, I'm pretty sure, on Roblox. It was on Crossroads, it was on all the old games, Teleman's first Sword Fights in the Heights original, and this sword does quite a bit of damage, as you can see. He almost died, which is, wasn't meant to happen. Yeah, you can hear yourself. And then, really good techniques. This is nothing really. You can just, pretty much the techniques I show at the end of the video works with every sword, unless it's like something special like Ice Dagger or like something like Ghost Walker. So that's pretty much it. The Link sword. It's a pretty good sword. If you want to use it a lot, go to Sword Fights in the Heights original. And then the next sword we're going to cover is Ice Dagger, and this little annoying piece of crap ices anything in sight unless it's a firebrand. As you can see, nothing. Look, I'm right there. It doesn't do anything to firebrand. So that's a good technique if you want to. Someone's coming at you with Ice Dagger. If some guest is trying to kill you, just pull out firebrand and kill him. And then as you can see, it takes a while to charge up until you can actually ice people, and before it charges up, it actually deals quite a bit of damage, as you can see right there. I didn't even have to hit him, and it took his health down halfway, so it's a pretty good sword, but it's really small. The length is, as you can see, probably the length of my arm, so it's pretty small. Anyway, Ice Dagger's annoying, so the good techniques with it is just hide yourself if you want. You can, come on. You can hide yourself in the walls over here. Say you had Ice Dagger and someone was coming after you. You can equip it real fast. They won't know they have no idea what your sword is, and come back and kill them. I almost killed you, dude. And then the next sword we're gonna cover is Ghost Walker, which is my favorite sword. And the Ghost Walker has 9 levels, and it starts at level 0. Then as you kill, each level you become more invisible and your sword deals more damage, and there's a lot of speculation on whether or not it actually deals more damage with level. From my experiences in all of my years of playing this, it does deal damage, guys. Like, if you want to be all scientific about it and get a copy of the game and check it out on the scripts, then you can do that, but honestly, it's about the same amount of damage as a Lumina does if you have level 9 Ghost Walker, which makes you complete invisible. And so, yeah, that's just all the levels of Ghost Walker. And then, as you can see, it makes you see-through. As you can see Kaizen over there. And as you can see through me, you can see Kaizen right through me and Tydrill. And some good techniques with this is it's a really good sword to get around with. If you jump in the air, depending on your hat weight, as you can see my hat, the Helm of the Great Tree is pretty heavy, so I fall down, but if you lunge and you keep lunging, you will float like, I'll show you, like you wouldn't be able to, you could just float like this, and you could float over things, and it's pretty good for stealth, where you drop down and use Shadow Sphere. And one good technique that I use, which I've encountered through my years, which I just found out about, is it's like kind of like you charge it up if you keep lunging, and then if you stop lunging, as you can see, your sword goes crazy, and like that's good for killing people fast because it really helps. And as you can see, if you lunge, you go up in the air like that, and that's really hard to kill someone with if you do that, because then they can turn around and instantly just kill you with like firebrand or something. And so it's just a good technique to let your sword go crazy like that. And then so yeah, that's Ghost Walker. And then the next sword we're gonna cover is Wind Force, and Wind Force is it's pretty powerful actually. It could be a one-hit kill if you hit them directly in the chest and if you lunge at them. And what this sword does is, Thomas, I'm so sorry if I kill you, but you hit them, and as you can see, they fly away. And I'm sorry, Thomas, but you can see how they fly away like that. And usually it shouldn't kill them in a one-hit kill, but I guess rare times like this time, which is unfortunate, it does kill him. But you just go ahead and take his stuff, Bryce, and then it's a pretty good sword. It's got quite a lot of length, and it's very good to use against ice daggers. So if someone had ice dagger, you could hit them and they'd fly away. And yeah, that's just wind force for you. It's pretty shiny. It's really hot looking, pretty sexy. But Firebrand. Now Firebrand is very lengthy, and that does sound pretty gross, but this sword used to be the most overpowered sword on Sword Fights in the Heist before Teleman updated it. And the sword, like I said, protects against the ice dagger. And as you can see, you just have to click once for it to lunge, so that's pretty good. And the length with it is like immense. Like you could if you want a good technique using with this is first person, as you can see, like that, or you can use mouse lock, which I would show you, but that takes kind of a while to equip mouse lock. But it's a pretty good sword, and it's pretty lengthy, so you can like sit here just spinning and could kill a couple people if they come at you. But it's a pretty good sword. It's yeah. And then Venom Shank. I don't know if it's the same length as Firebrand. And Venom Shank, what it does is, Thomas, I'm gonna do this on Bryce because I feel bad for Thomas. What you do is you hit them and their health will start slowly going down, as you can see. And if you hit them and their health is down at half, then you got yourself a kill, because it kills them if you get their health down to half, because it hurts them down to half health, and that's 50%. So it's very lengthy like Firebrand, but it's pretty overpowered. I think it's all right, because a good tactic you can do with it is, Thomas, here, let me give you a health kit real fast. Here, hang on. Here. Get that health kit. A good thing you can do, a good counter to Venom Shank is, as you can see, I hit him and he's going down. You can use your health kit, or you can use the health pads and you can heal, so your health goes back up and you're pretty much set. Or you can use the Dark Heart, which is you can get health by hitting someone, and that's just a good counter to it. But Venom Shank's pretty OP. It's an alright sword. It kind of gets me mad sometimes when I'm going around trying to get swords, and some guy comes up and he's like, he's like, die, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. And like Firebrand, you just have to click once for it to lunge. So that's about it. And then the next sword is the most overpowered sword on Sword Fights in the Heist, but it's very awesome, the Dark Heart. Now, Dark Heart, it's not that much of a length. It's about the length of a normal sword, maybe a little less. It's about the same. And Dark Heart, what it does is it steals your enemy's health from you. So like, Thomas, hurt me halfway. Be careful, I don't want to die. Okay, like, see how my health is down? Now, if I go up and hit Thomas, like, I get some health, and like, as you can, hang on, like, see? So I'm sorry, I did not mean to do that. But as you can see, my health regens, and a good technique with that is, if someone has a Shadow Sphere on, or if you're in safe zone, you can hit them and you'll regain health. So if you get Venom Shank, you can hurry up and use Shadow Sphere. Sorry, my mistake. You can use Touchstone, and you can go into safe zone. And do you have the Shadow Sphere, the Shield Sphere? Okay, get it on. No, the Shield Sphere. Do you have Shield Sphere? All right. Well, anyway, you go to safe zone, and you can hit someone and you'll get health. And Dark Heart is very strong. It's very OP. It's a very good sword if you want. Don't mind people calling you a noob for using a weapon. They're just raging over an internet game. Just use whatever you want. And then Dark Heart, if you want to use it. I use Dark Heart, and it's very good. And it's just a really good sword. It's not that lengthy, but it's still good. It's a good counter to pretty much every other sword besides Ice Dagger. And then the next sword, which is my second favorite, which is Lumina. Now, Lumina is very fun. It's just a fun sword to use. Now, there's a lot of things you can do with Lumina. First, it sparkles, and when someone uses Shadow Sphere, as you can tell, they sparkle, so that gives away their location. And also, do you have Ghostwalker? Now, get Ghostwalker on. You don't have Ghostwalker? Here. Give it back to me, though. As you can see with Ghostwalker, it makes them sparkle as well. Now give it back, boy. Thank you very much. And So it makes them sparkle when they use Shadow Sphere. As you can see, this is a good sword to have when always equipped, because if someone's sneaking up on you, you can hurry up and switch to Dark Heart, and you can hotkey it, and then just go like that and kill him, or just kill him however way you like, which technique you use. And then the second thing you can do with Lumina is you can lunge jump. After you double click and lunge, if you press space and jump, you will jump pretty high. Now, depending on the hat weight, like it's likewise with Ghostwalker, you won't jump as high. So as you can see, if I take off my hat, I have no hat weight on, and I jump pretty darn high. And so, now as you can see, it has a lot of difference, the hat weight. This is a pretty heavy hat. And Lumina is the strongest weapon in the game. And Darkheart, it's not a fair fight. It's an alright fair fight if you went after someone with Darkheart. But it's the strongest sword. And a good counter to it is pretty much Wind Force, because it's lengthy and you can hit them first. And Darkheart's a good counter, even though you might not win, because Illumina is pretty darn awesome. And so that's about it for Illumina. Now that's all the swords. And what I'm gonna do now is I'll show you guys the hotkeys. Okay. I'll do the hotkeys. And as you can see with your backpack, you can equip your backpack and you can move your swords to where you want. You can move your swords back up here. You can move it to number 1 if you want Linked Sword number 1, Wind Force number 2. I don't know where my Wind Force is. My Wind Force is glitching. Oh, it's right there. Whichever sword was right there, you could just move, which is Ice Dagger. And as you can see, like that. And then, if you haven't noticed this already, above the keyboard is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0 keys. And if you press those, it'll equip whichever one you have. And or you can have a gaming mouse, which my friend has, and I have it right now, but it's not set up. And you can use the numbers on the side to equip it. And so that's just a good thing. So, and then what you can do with a touchstone is say you have touchstone as number 2. Always have touchstone be in a key that you could easily reach, because if you're falling off the edge like I am right now, you can easily equip it and just go to touchstone. So that's a really good technique to use. And it's just a good technique to have your hotkeys ready and have your I'd always have a health kit ready. Just because I have 2 extra slots, I'd always have a health kit ready, guys. Just always have a health kit ready, because if you're getting Venom Shanked, easily just press 0 and equip it. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you guys the spheres. And so I'm just going to get rid of all these real fast. So now what the spheres are there's a shield sphere, there's a touchstone, which takes you to the safe room where you can go AFK, and then there's a shadow sphere, which I do not have, which I do actually. And so here's the shield sphere. Gives you a temporary shield right there. No one can kill you. Then there's the touchstone, which takes you to safe, as you saw, just barely. And then the shadow sphere. Now, some good techniques with the shield sphere is this is glitching. There we go. Shield sphere. You can have 2 of them. If you have 2 of them, it's really good, because if you're going around collecting swords, you can use them so no one can kill you. No one comes after you. They get tired of chasing after you. It's good if you're gonna duel someone and you're both in the safe area and you're just waiting for other people to kill each other first. It's just a good source of protection, And then the second is touchstone. Like I said before, a good technique is just having it on a hotkey that you can easily access to, so you can hurry up and pull it out and click it. You're safe. It's if you're in battle and you're about to die, if you want to be scared, and well, you're not really scared, you're just a good sword fighter, and you just use it and get away and go heal yourself and come back for more. And then Shadow Sphere, this I use a lot. People call it a very newbie technique, but what you do is you're coming into battle, you use Shadow Sphere so they have no idea where you are, and then you come out, equip your sword, and kill them real fast. And what you can also do is which I do sometimes, is if I had a Ghostwalker out, say, I would use my Ghostwalker and I'd hover above them, and then I'd use the Shadow Sphere, which I'll show you real fast. Where's my Ghostwalker at? It's right there. There you are, Ghostwalker. And you can drop out of the... No, I did not mean to do that. And you can drop out of the sky and surprise attack them, which they have no idea, and that's why Lumina is a good tactic to use against Shadow Sphere. And you go like that, go invisible, they don't know where you're at, just kill them instantly. Well, not instantly, but you know what I mean. So that's a good technique with Shadow Sphere. It's just a good all-around technique to use. And then what we're gonna cover next are the items, and the only other item is a health kit, and the health kit just kind of heals you. So if someone gets you with Venom Shank, just use it, heal yourself. It's all said and done. And then so that's pretty much it. And now what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna show a couple techniques. Just regular sword fighting. You could do this with a Lumina or something, whatever sword you want. So Thomas or Bryce go on top of the stairs. I'm gonna have to kill you for this. So what you have to notice is when he comes down the stairs, real fast. His arms are up in the air, and he cannot do anything about that. And he's the weakest. So watch, come down the stairs. As you can see, I kill him pretty fast, and he can't do anything about it. And that also happens if you're on a spawn and you come off, your arms go up in the air. So Thomas, go on the spawn. I won't kill you. I'll just show you. Go on the spawn, and then come off. As you can see, you can hurry up and kill him when his arms are up in the air, so he has no way of hurting you or anything like that. And then another good technique I use, which I just found this out, there's always the first person where moonwalking, which is very cheap in my opinion, but whatever you want to use, it's fine. But what I just learned is Thomas, come walk at me. Thomas, you go like that, and you kill him like that. Like, some people won't notice, some people won't be ready for that. Like, I kind of didn't show it well, but say they're running at you, and they think you're going to come head on, but you go to the side and you spin. And spinning is a very good technique I use. I've used it ever since I've played this game. You can use either the keys over by the shift button on the right, and those aren't really good to use for sword fighting. They're good for obstacle courses or something like that. Or you can use the WASD keys, which maneuver yourself to the side and stuff like that, sideways. And this, if you go in a clockwise, counterclockwise, you can do counterclockwise, or you can do clockwise. And it's just a good technique to use, because as you can see, instead of hitting them once with your sword, you can hit them like multiple times with your sword. And it's just a good technique if they're coming at you, and you go to the side and use them like that. And so another thing you can do is that's pretty much it, actually. You can do mouse lock, which is, I'll show you real fast. Game settings, mouse lock switch. Okay, then resume game, and shift, mouse lock. See how it's like, it's kind of like moonwalking, but you have a third-person view, so no one can sneak up behind you. So that's mouse lock. And then I'm gonna get you away, mouse lock. I don't like you. Oh, that's actually kind of cool to have that just handy down there in the corner. Never knew that. But then there's first person, which is the same thing, except people can sneak up behind you. And yeah, so that's pretty much all the techniques, really. If there's anything I didn't cover, you guys can leave it down in the comments, and I will for sure to make a new updated version of this video if there's enough more techniques that people have to, or you can leave a video response, but I'll make an updated version of the video with more techniques if people have posted them in the comments. So that's about it, and use the map to your advantage. Use the just use it to your advantage. Make it so, like, if someone's running, come out of Shadow Sphere and come up behind them. Don't go on, use the map so it's like, because these, I don't think they're working, but as you can see, you can tell if someone's coming up at you with the Shadow Sphere, because these kind of move. It's just, be smart, and just practice a lot. I don't suggest practicing here I suggest practicing on Sword Fights on the Hatch Original, because it's, that's a good practice with normal sword. And yeah, so that's about it. Just use the map to your advantage, and yeah, so that's about it. Thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to do a shout out real fast to Kaizen2215 Gaming. He has a YouTube channel. Go subscribe to him. He's helped me a lot in this video. He's right here. And then the other shout out is to Taijo Gaming, and he's right here. Go subscribe to him. So yeah, if you want to click on one of them right here, then that's their channel. So just go subscribe. Thanks.